Come on, you know the charger's right there under the blanket. In this video, we'll continue. What is the problem?
Where is it?
It's on the floor. If you look, the outlet's right there. Follow that extension cord all the way towards us.
Oh, right here.
Okay. All right, so continuing with our homework from church. Name a sacrament.
Now, charging is not supported with this sorcery.
Disconnect yours, please. Well, yours is disconnected.
Mine disconnected.
How can it not be
It
working?
works now.
Thank you, my son.
Until it stops again.
Bring me another extension.
Okay, yeah.
Bring me another extension cord as a backup, all right? We can't be without extension cords. What's a sacrament?
Like a ceremony.
Like a ceremony. Name 2 sacraments.
Your baptism?
Excellent. One more. The next one might be the one that I want you to participate in, the marriage sacrament.
Oh, the marriage.
You know that the marriage sacrament, very few people participate in?
Okay.
Well, because it's a complicated. When the Catholic Church, when you are supposed to get married, you're supposed to go take some classes. All right? And nobody wants to wait, so they get married first, live together, have a bunch of kids, then...
Wait. You have to... Wait, how did you get married? To church or...
No, I didn't get married in the church because they have like a bunch of requirements.
Okay,
Number one...
How did you get married?
I don't know how much your mother paid. You just go to the courthouse and pay there. But instead of doing it that way, go to the currency exchange. You know what that is?
No.
The check cashing store?
No. Oh, yeah.
Where the water bill is paid? Oh, not water bill, but the other one.
Yeah.
Light bill?
Yeah.
Go there, and there's a notary there, and you just sign a piece of paper. You got to take some identification. And the notary will get you married. Or find a notary. What's a notary?
Yeah, so all you have to do is pay someone?
A particular someone. What's a notary? Do you know or not?
No.
A person that... The most popular thing they do is... Your hand is on that. They stamp a piece of paper, boom, and they say, this is Daniel, or this is Max. Like, let's say you want to send a letter somewhere, and when the person receives it, they say, well, how do I know that this letter is from Max? It's like a witness. A person that has the authority by the state to say, this person, Max, wrote this letter.
I can do that myself. I don't need to pay money for that.
No, but sometimes, like when you're gonna die, or when you make a will, do you know what a will is? Yes, no?
No.
Rich people die and they say, I leave my Rolls Royce car to my daughter. I leave my house to my sister. I leave you've seen any movies where someone dies and they leave their airplane? My airplane, I give it to my son because he has a pilot's license, so I give it to him. Now you understand? It's like a lawyer. Now you get it?
Mm-hmm.
You could go to a lawyer, but you could also just write something and have the letter notarized by a notary. You have the letter stamped by a notary. and the letter will say, Max wrote this and he signed it in front of me. Now you get it?
Mm-hmm.
Once in a while you need to do paperwork.
Oh.
Yes. It's a witness.
I know, but why didn't you do anything? Like, you didn't do anything. She didn't have to pay.
No, you do have to pay
the
notary.
To be married. Why did she have to pay?
Oh, now this is another topic. Marriage is something that both people should participate in, correct?
But you didn't pay a penny.
Well, that's...
You said she paid everything.
Yeah, I've been married twice, and both women have paid everything. But the reason for that is because they even knew where to get married. Now you understand?
Uh-huh.
Whereas I never knew where to get married. I'm telling you about notaries. After I went to... There's a cousin in Miami, Alex.
Yeah.
He got married with a notary. And I said, now that in his house.
In his house?
Yes. Well, his apartment. Now that, I was like, if I knew I didn't have to go through all the strip search at the courthouse, I had to take off my shoes. The cops are rude. They say, okay, keep moving. I'm like, what? I'm putting on my belt. We don't care, you know. I didn't talk to them. I just grabbed the belt and walked away, but holding my pants, and then I'm pushing the stroller because you were in there.
What about Maya?
Yeah, she was there.
Wait, how come you had kids before you got married?
That's because I was married before and I didn't have the money to pay for a divorce. So eventually, my first wife paid somebody to divorce her, and she sent me a letter.
I don't understand. Are you talking about Mom or?
No, Firestar.
Then how come I was there when you were married with Firestar?
No, you were not there when
Why did you say that you were pushing me in the stroller? Why do you go from Mom to Firestar?
When I married your mom, I went with the stroller. This was a few years ago. And it was at the Volusia County Courthouse. The reason I waited is because just by chance, I received a letter with only one piece of paper, no writing in it except that one piece of paper that said, divorce decree, I think were the top words.
So you were divorcing Mom?
No, Firestar.
Then why do you say that you were pushing me in the stroller? Why do you go from Mom back to Firestar?
All right, let's go back. When Daniel was 24 years old, he married Firestar. You got it?
Yeah.
When Daniel was about, 8 minus 42 is what? 10, 32, 34. When I was 33, when I was 34, I received a letter with an envelope with a paper in it that said divorce decree. I said, oh, I'm finally divorced. So then I went and I was legally in the United States and in many places allowed, I was single again. I was legally allowed to get married. In the United States and in many places, you're only allowed to get married with one person. All right? But in other countries, like I think the Arabs and the Muslims, you could marry 4 or 5 wives, depending on how much money you have.
first video I watched, it was the top 10 ways to die that are really, like, stupid. Like, seriously. The number 5 one, or something like that. That sounds something like the title. The number 5 one, or someone in the numbers, was he died because he had too many wives.
And what happened?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
They didn't explain it, huh?
They did.
Well, you explain it now.
I can't explain it.
I don't know, because the world record was a man with 30 wives, I think. Maybe he had more than 30. I believe he lived in India. He had 90 children. I think he had... I think maybe they said they had 30 wives and they eat 30 chickens for dinner. You know, with the whole family.
30 chickens for 90 kids, 1 man, and 30 wives?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't think 30 chickens is enough.
Alright, maybe it was 70 chickens. I don't remember. Well, the little kids are not going to eat chickens. Not the whole thing. Well, back to our topic of... so after I got the paper that said I was divorced, I said, oh, I could go get married. So finally, your mother and I went to get married. But then your cousin over there, he paid a notary, and that notary went to his house and did a little ceremony of 5 minutes or less. Well, they already had signed the paper probably at the notary's office. And then the notary went and said, now you are both legally married. Something like that. So that was very nice. Instead of going to the courthouse and having your pants fall. You see? Alright, it's already 12 minutes. Did that thing upload?
Nope. Oh no, the cat's here.
Well done.